which of the following statements is true? And I want you to pause the video and try it on your own. A risk-averse individual will always choose a certain 1,000 over a 50% chance to win 2,000 and a 50% chance of winning 100. So let's count. Let's do the math here. If there's a 50% chance of winning 2,000 and there's a 50% chance of winning 100, the math on this is 1,050. It's actually greater than the certain one. Risk neutral people choose based on dollars. So this is wrong. Oh, they said risk averse, sorry. Well, it's also wrong because choose a certain 1,000 would only be true if this was also 1,000. So we cannot say with certainty that they wouldn't take the risk. This is also why it's important to actually do the math. A lot of times students will read this and be like, oh yeah, but then you do the math and this is actually 1,050 and you get caught. B, a risk neutral individual will be indifferent between a certain 1,000 and a 50% chance. So the same thing. The expected outcome here is 1,050. A risk neutral person would actually choose this one because it's higher. So they will be indifferent. This is false. They're not indifferent. They're going to choose the second one because it has a higher expected value. A risk-loving individual will always choose a 50% chance to win 2,000 and a 50% chance to win nothing over a certain 100. This is true because if you do the math, here it's a 50% chance of winning 2,000 and a 50% chance of winning nothing, which means the expected outcome is 1,000. Since it's the same as the certain, the risk lover will always choose the risky one. So the answer I would choose here is C. In this question, I want to show you how to calculate the risk premium. I showed it before, but this is kind of a standalone question. You've been given this utility function for Michael, where I represents his annual income. He's offered a job that has a 0.3 chance or 30% chance to earn 23,000. So let's plug some stuff in. So we have, we'll call I for income. This will be the probability. Okay, so he can make 23,000 that has a 30% probability, or 64,000 which has a 70% probability. How much is he willing to pay to insure against the risky income? This is another way for them to ask you for the risk premium. Okay, if they were worded it that way, how much would you be willing to pay to eliminate the risk or something like that? That would be the risk premium. So step one, you need to calculate the expected outcome. So in this case, it would be 30% times 23,000 and 70% times 64,000. $51,700. Okay, expected is $51,700. Step two, calculate the expected utility. So I showed you how to do this before. I'll show you again. You're still doing an expected value, so 30%, but instead of just multiplying it by the income, you're going to plug the income into the utility curve. So this is the utility function. So this becomes times 28 times 23,000. And then the next one would be, just shift this over a little bit, 70% times the square root of 28 times 64,000. And we get our expected utility. Okay. So I got 1,177.81. Step three, find his certainty equivalent. Find the certainty equivalent, and to do that, you want to take that expected utility and set it equal to utility. So 1177.81 equal to his utility function, which is the square root of 28i, and then you solve it. So we'll start by squaring this to get rid of the root, and then divide by 28. So the certainty equivalent, right, the risk-free income that would give him the same utility is $49,544. And then your last step is what I said. You take the expected outcome minus the certainty equivalent, and that is the risk premium. So the expected was 51,700. The certainty equivalent is 49,544.16. The risk premium here is 2,155. He would be willing to get paid $2,155 less if he can have it guaranteed, right? So he would be willing to take this much money guaranteed instead of, and he would be just as happy, I should say, as the going and taking the risk of maybe getting paid more, but also maybe getting paid less. You got to know these. You got to know these 4 steps. Okay, it's most likely going to be on your exam. Now, this next section is not very major. It's on reducing